3.5 system architecture that we'll present to you here. So since we have the data layer, the business intelligence layer, the server-side presentation layer, and the client-side presentation layer that are independent, we have been able only to add this part here. So we have modified the server-side presentation and the client-side presentation to make sure that the clients can take appointments online. But the intelligence will not be affected, and the data layer will not be affected. And I was talking actually about detecting errors in previous steps. So here's the reason. It's because when we did this, we had the third user that came up, which is the clients. So clients, as a user, is linked to manage appointments. So we had to modify our context diagram, and we will zoom now on manage appointments to see what functions does the client use. So it's linked to exploit appointments, since it needs to set appointments for himself. And it's also linked to explore appointments, because once he has set the appointment, if he wants later on to come back and search for it and view it, he must be able to do so. Data flow diagrams, so these are diagrams that describe the flow of the data between functions. Here's an example. So when we want to set an appointment, we must check the existence of the patient first in our database. So if the patient doesn't exist, we display a message error. Otherwise, we'll continue forward. So we'll check if the time slot that he entered is available or not. If not, so we'll ask him to, we'll display a message error and ask him to look actually to enter new information. Otherwise, we'll just allocate the appointment and display a confirmation message for him. Another thing that Dr. Kettani raised during our last meeting is actually that he asked us to describe one business scenario, one real-world business scenario, and we were not able to describe it the right way. And so in order to describe business scenarios, we have chosen to use a tool that is called a sequence diagram that we show you here. So the formal definition is this. A sequence diagram is an interaction diagram that shows how processes operate with one another and in what order. And it shows also the object interactions arranged in time sequence. So we've chosen to show you this sequence diagram. This is for set appointment. So as you can see, we have two users. It's not very clear, but this is secretary, client, patient, and fiche de patient and fiche de rendezvous. So either the secretary or the patient can activate the process. These are called activations. And so we'll enter the patient information, search for the patient, and then return a message. And in case of success, we'll move here and enter the date and time for the appointment, and then check if Akhawayn